Time now is 6:30 p.m. The City of Pembroke Pines Board of Adjustments will now be called to order. We'll now have roll call by our Madam Clerk, Ms. Borstrom.
Member Abendantalo? Member Brito?
Here.
Chair Kroll?
Here.
Member Pitts?
Here.
Member Almira? You have a quorum?
Thank you. I'd like to entertain a motion for excused absences for Victor Abendandalo and Ace Amira.
I'd like to make a motion for excused absences for our members.
I second.
All in favor for the excused absence?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. General Counsel will now administer the instructions to tonight's city's residents.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. At the conclusion of...
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Minutes.
You can do it now, or you can do it after I finish.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At the conclusion of my remarks, I'm going to ask you all to please rise so you can be sworn in for tonight's hearings. These hearings are conducted by these gentlemen up here tonight. They are the members of, or portion of the members of the Board of Adjustments for the City of Pembroke Pines. Their obligation is to hear the applications presented before them and to decide based on the testimony and evidence presented here tonight. They're not allowed or have the responsibility to change the city's codes, but they do have the ability to offer some level of a variance from those codes. You see, there's 3 members up here tonight. You will need all 3 of these members to approve your application that are on the agenda tonight if you are to receive approval. Short of those 3 votes, the application will be deemed denied. You will have the opportunity to come up to the podium, and when you do, I want you to write your name in on the sign-in sheet and state your name and address clearly into the microphone. There's a button, and that microphone lights up. I believe the color is green when it's live so that you can be heard and recorded into the microphone. The board will and may ask you questions about your property and your application, and the city may also ask you certain questions. And at the conclusion of that, the chairman will open it up to the public. If there's anyone from the public that will be here to speak on your behalf or against your case, he'll allow them to speak. And at that conclusion, he'll close the public comment, and he and the rest of the board members will decide the case tonight. With that being said, if you have a case or plan on speaking on any application, please stand and raise your right hand. And if you may speak, please stand and raise your right hand. You swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You may be seated, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Counselor. At this time, now entertain a motion for the acceptance of the October 2nd, 2025 meetings.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Board of Adjustment minutes for October 2nd, 2025.
I second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Minute stands approved. Coming before us, the first is Elizabeth and John Rodriguez, residing at 16404 Northwest 12th Street, Pembroke Pines, area code 33028. And as the counselor said, please sign your name in and cut the microphone on. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. The project description, Elizabeth Rodriguez, owner, submitted a residential zoning variance request to propose the construction of a new driveway at the single-family residence located 16404 Northwest 12th Street in the Spring Valley neighborhood, which is Zone Single Family Resident R1B. The owner submitted a plan to propose the construction of a circular driveway at the property. However, the plan would not be able to be approved as proposed circular driveway would exceed the limitations of the city's Land Development Code, LDC. The petitioner submitted a plan proposing and requesting ZVR 2025-0032 to allow 50% front lot coverage total instead of the allowed 40% front lot coverage total for proposed circular drive on a residential single-family property lot. The applicant is aware that board consideration of residential variances requests does not preclude the property owner from obtaining all necessary development-related approvals or permits. Going over to Section 6, project description. We respectfully request a zoning variance to permit a circular drive at the front of the property, which will exceed the following standards set forth in the City of Pembroke Pines Land Development Code, Table 155.620. Maximum front lot coverage for a driveway, 40% on a total lot. However, the client proposed coverage exceeds this, that the better serves functional and safety needs. Justification, unique hardship, practical difficulty. The property owner's 90-year-old mother lives with him. She uses a wheelchair, is profoundly deaf, and suffers from vertigo. These conditions make mobility exceptionally challenging, particularly when navigating from the driveway to the front entrance. The circular layout indexes the drive directly toward the front entrance, greatly reducing walking distance, eliminating steps or unstable surfaces, and minimizing exposure to wind-induced balance issues, all crucial for a person with vertigo and limited mobility. Given these circumstances, strict adherence to the impervious surface and width restrictions constitute a practical hardship rather than a mere inconvenience. On the back, limited impact on public interest. The proposed driveway would not obstruct sight lines, alter stormwater flow patterns significantly, or harm neighborhood scale or character. Given the homeowner's mother's age and health, this modification supports improved accessibility and safety without causing undue impact on adjacent properties or public infrastructure. And I see that you have letters here from Miami Management giving approval, which this committee is not impacted by any HOA approvals. Have my synopsis of your report been accurate? Yes. Is there anything you'd like to add to it this time?
Please state your name for the record.
My name is John Rodriguez Jr., 16404 Northwest 12th Street. Again, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity, and I want to emphasize the main reason for all this cost and all this effort that we're doing is for the safety and convenience of my mother. We had to do the same thing in our other existing home, and this is why we're primarily requesting this, and that's about it. You were pretty accurate in everything you were reading there.
Okay. And that's why I wanted to read it myself so the audience can hear it directly and capture all your concerns. Ms. Rodriguez, any comments?
No, everything he said is fine.
Okay. Are there any comments from anyone in the audience? Any concerns? Staff, any concerns, any comments? Okay.
None for me, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Member Pitts?
No question, Mr. Chair.
Okay. At this time, I'll entertain a motion for ZVR 2025-0032 for required 40% front lot coverage and requests of 50% front lot coverage for proposed circular driveway in a typical family residential lot.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve ZVR 2025-0032 to allow 50% front lot coverage instead of the allowed 40% front lot coverage for a proposed circular driveway on a residential single-family property, typical lot, under section 155.301, variance subsection C.
I second.
It's been motioned and second for the acceptance of ZVR 2025-0032. May we have roll call from our clerk?
Member Pitts?
Yes.
Vice Chair Brito?
Yes.
Chairman Kroll?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion passes. Thank you very much. Please see staff for any further recommendations.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mr. Arnaldo Fuentes. Now, sir, did you stand and, were you sworn in? Did you stand in? No. Were you sworn in?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't speak English good, a
Okay,
little English.
all
I understand it's my architecto, my general contractor.
Okay, thank you. This is for Mr. Arnaldo Fuentes, residing at 8331 Northwest 15th Court, Pembroke Pines, Florida, 33024. Mr. Fuentes submitted 2 residential zoning variance requests to propose new construction at the property in the Boulevard's Heights neighborhood, which is zoned residential single-family R1C. On May 7, 2025, the owner submitted building permit application number RA25-04427 for an existing carport conversion, master bedroom addition, and kitchen relocation at the east and west side of the existing home in the rear. However, the permit application cannot be approved as proposed work would encroach into the required side setbacks. Per the plan provided, the petitioner is requesting ZVR 2025-0033 to allow 5.42 feet, 0.8 master bedroom addition in a single-family residential typical lot. Also, ZVR 2025-0034 to allow 5.74 feet side setback along a segment of the western side property line instead of the required 7.5 side setback for the new 17 by 18 kitchen relocation in the same typical lot. After reviewing the property's documents, it was noticed that the finished floor elevation, FF&E, of the existing home does not conform with the minimum requirement floor elevations for residential buildings. The plan, however, indicates the FF&E of the new proposed habitable area will match existing. The petitioner would like to include the following requests in the project. ZVR 2025-0035 to allow the top surface of the floor of 17 inches instead of required 18 inches above the highest point of the crown of the street adjacent to the lot for proposed carport conversion and home addition in a single-family residential typical lot. As part of these requests, the owners included a new 16-foot wide driveway and the correction of an existing walkway along the western side to be 36 inches wide, located 2 feet inside the property line. And there's a survey showing the diagram. The property is in the Boulevard Heights neighborhood where there's no HOA association. Section 6, description of property. The project consists of an addition to an existing house. The side setbacks proposed for the new addition are the same that was set in 1974 when the house was built. The lot is 61 feet wide, and the current zoning code states that for lots wider than 60 feet, the side setback shall be 7.5 feet. And for lots narrower than 60 feet wide, the side setback can be 5 feet. There's a 2.5 delta right there between 60 and 61. In order to keep the aesthetic and functionality of the submitted design, we respectfully ask the Board of Adjustments to put in consideration the original conditions to allow us to build the addition in line with the existing house. On the other hand, we request a variance to match the finished floor elevation of the new addition to the existing FF&E, considering that the addition is going to be attached to the existing house. Currently, FF&E is not complying with the city ordinance in effort. Okay. Mr. Fuentes, have I read your petition correctly?
Yeah, correct.
Is there anything like to add at this time?
Correct.
Do you have any further comments?
I'm fine.
Okay. Does anyone in the audience have any comments for this petitioner? Staff? Vice Chair Brito.
No further questions.
Mr. Pitts?
Just one question, Mr. Chair, for staff. Based on what was read, was there a major change from the original survey that was on the screen versus because it looks like it's a line or parallel to the property line?
100%. This is a technicality. If you see the code, will allow 5 feet setback to be kept if the lot would be exceeding 60 feet wide. So we'll visit the property. Property is well kept. He's going to be providing a new driveway to meet the requirement of the code, and he's going to be possibly working with our landscape division as well as part of the permitting process. We saw the family. I think what they're looking to do is reasonable, if you ask my opinion. But there's a request before you.
Okay. No further questions, Mr. Chair.
At this time, I'll entertain a motion for ZVR 2025-0033 for required 7.5 side setback with a request of 5-foot side setback along a segment of the eastern side property line. It's a required 7.5 side setback for the proposed bedroom addition.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve ZVR 2025-0033 to allow 5.42 side setback along a segment of the eastern side of the property line instead of the required 7.5 side setback for a proposed 17 by 11.8 master bedroom addition in a single-family residential typical lot under Section 155.301, subsection C.
I second.
That the motion is second for ZVR 2025-0033. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Member Pitts?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Brito?
Yes.
Chair Crawl?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, sir, and please see the staff for any additional. Oh, sorry. ZVR 2025-0034 for a required 7.5 side setback and a request of 5-foot side setback along the western side of the property line. It's a required 7.5.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve ZBR 2025-0034 to allow a 5.74 side setback along the segment of the western side property line instead of the required 7.5 side setback for proposed 17 by 11.8 kitchen relocation in a single family residential typical lot under Section 155.301, subsection C.
I second.
Motion been second.
Member Pitts?
Yes.
Vice Chair Brito?
Yes.
Chair Crawl?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Entertain a motion for ZVR 2025-0035 with the required top surface of all floors of residential building shall be not less than 18 inches above the highest crown of the road, and the request to allow a top surface of 17 inches instead of required 18 inches above the highest point of the crown of the road, adjacent to the lot for proposed garage conversion and addition.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve ZBR 2025-0035 to allow a top surface of the floor of 17 inches instead of the required 18 inches above the highest point of the crown of the street adjacent to the lot for a proposed carport conversion and home addition in a single-family residential typical lot under Section 155.301, variant subsection C.
I second.
The motion been approved and second. Roll call, please.
Member Pitts?
Yes.
Vice Chair Brito?
Yes.
Chair Crawl?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Now, finally, you have all three approved.
Thank you.
Please see the clerk and conduction, and make sure that you follow all required permitting and so forth in accordance with the building department. Thank you.
Did they both say no?
Okay. Ms. Maria Teresa Mejia and Duani Loriente.
Hello.
Hi. Residing at 17024 Northwest 20th Street, Pembroke Pines, 33028.
Excuse me, you want me to add my name under?
Yes, please. Oh,
Or next to her name?
next to her name. please.
Next to her name, okay.
The owner submitted 2 residential zoning variance requests.
Before, I'm sorry, before you proceed with the item, we did receive some notices from the neighbors or letters supporting
Supporting,
the
okay.
request. So I don't know, would you like me to read that
Yes,
to you?
please.
Yes, Pablo Ateurta from 170-110 Northwest 20th Street. He is in favor of the petition. We also have Christopher Raymond and Jeanette Raymond from 1997 Northwest 170th Avenue in favor of the petition. Cornelio Tyrone and Rosina Tyrone out of 17011 Northwest 20th Street in favor of the petition. Maria Teresa, okay, this is the owner. We do have Felix and Maria Hernandez out of 1969 Northwest 171st Avenue in favor of the petition.
Thank you. The owner submitted 2 residential zoning variance requests to legalize an existing driveway for the property located at 17024 Northwest 20th Street. The property is part of the Pembroke Isles Planned Unit Development and follows the guidelines for single-family homes, 0 lot line. The planned unit development does not address front lot coverage and driveway width. Therefore, the provisions of the City Land Development Code are applicable. On May 5th, 2025, the city code compliant cited the property for work done without building permit. Case number 250-501-624. No problem. In May 30th, 2025, the owner submitted driveway permit application number RX 25-05216 to construct a driveway at the property. However, the permit application cannot be approved as the existing work exceeds the limitation of the Land Development Code. As a result of the existing work at the property, the petitioner presenting a modification plan for the request, ZVR 2025-0036, to allow 50% front lot coverage total instead of the allowed 40% front lot coverage for an existing driveway with a single-family residential 0 lot. Also, ZBR 2025-0037 to allow 52% width of the lot instead of required 40% width of lot for an existing driveway in a single-family residential lot. Per the property's documents, it was detected an existing concrete patio built up to the western side property line and a freestanding structure, Cheeky Hut, at the rear of the property. Per the plan submitted by the applicant, The existing concrete area will be removed and replaced with landscape. The owner, however, would like to retain the existing open-side freestanding structure, Cheeky Hut, at location as including in the following request. ZVR 2025-0038 to allow 500 square foot instead of allow 200 square foot for the existing open-sided structure freestanding in a single-family residential 0 lot. Per staff review of the city archives, no permit application or information can be found for work at the property. Nevertheless, the Broward County Property Appraiser's imagery, the driveway, and the 500 square foot structure had existed at a location since at least 2023. The applicant is aware that the board consideration of residential variances request does not preclude the owner from obtaining all necessary development-related approvals or permits. How long have you been a resident here?
2021.
Thank you. Okay. On section 6, description of property, please allow extension of pavers. We extend pavers so that my elder mom can park in front of our house. She resides with us. The community does not allow street parking overnight. We also have our son that uses a stroller and is very convenient to use pavers approved by the HOA, and we're told that we did not need city permits since it's also Seminole accept. You now know that's not true.
That's not gonna happen again.
Okay. It has been holding strong since then, and we actually decided for a tiki hut and not a pergola, since this tiki hut is made organically with first matter material. Also, tiki huts are 5 or more degrees cooler than surrounding air, causing the ambient good weather conditions. Therefore, I'm willing to remove concrete sidewalk since I know that can be a drainage issue, and I do not want to cause any damage overall. I know I'm asking a variance of Tiki Hut because of its site, and it was an extremely large investment we have made for it. We will be enormously devastated if we need to remove it. Against the lack of knowledge and misguidance was truly our mistake back in 2022 by not pulling a permit first. Please allow us our Tiki Hut, floor below, and extension of pavers. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to your synopsis here?
Actually, on the plans that I submitted, the architect.
Can you just state your name, please?
Sorry. Maria Mejia, and the address too? Or
Okay.
One, no? He had placed that it was 500 square feet, but it's 400. It's 20 by 20, the Tiki Hut.
Okay,
Yeah. So he has to correct that.
okay, thank you. That helps.
A little less.
Is that artificial turf or grass there?
It's artificial.
Okay. It was a pretty long lot. Do you have any drainage issues with the property?
So there's a lot of accumulation of water. I think it's overall in our area, the Pembroke Pines. And that's kind of why we added that sidewalk concrete, because it was just like, it was this deep of water.
Okay.
And then the turf, the regular turf, was damaged in front of our house, and we've spoken to the association before. All the grass is green, like not green anymore, it's burnt from how much water. It just sits there. So that was the purpose of the sidewalk concrete. But I know that it's very close to the other house, so it could cause issues.
You mentioned about removing the concrete slab.
Yeah.
What would you replace it with?
Hopefully, if it could be the turf, if not, whatever needs to be placed there.
You have quite a bit of artificial turf there, something that will be impervious. It's a flat area, and I see it has a little slope to it. Maybe something that will allow drainage, like pavers.
Can it be pavers?
It can
Yeah.
be.
The turf also drains.
But it also holds water too.
It does?
Yes.
Okay.
You tend to want to have, you have a large area there. a sealed slope. At least it's going to drain down to your landscaping area, but you
Oh,
want,
towards the back.
yeah, you kind of want to have something where you have a zero lot line. So you want something where the water can stay on your property and drain as fast as possible. Can you show me the site again, Mrs. Zamora? What's in back of her?
It's a house.
Pardon?
Can you have yeah?
Yes,
thank
that's
you.
that's the vicinity map.
There's another property in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at. Okay, you have, good area in the back for it to drain off, okay. Any questions, Mr. Brito?
None, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Pitts?
Yeah, just one. I think as we're talking about pavers for the side section, I think I don't know if we're talking about pavers like you have in the front, maybe more like a made walkway of some sort that's in that area, but if you do change it or make alterations to it, just make sure that you check with staff about those alterations, make sure you get the proper notifications and approval for that. My only question was, can you clarify what you said about the tiki hut? I'm sorry, I missed. It was
When I built
the
it?
size is incorrect. That's listed.
Oh, yeah,
on the-
it's 20 by 20, so it's 400 square footage total.
And one more question. Who constructed the tiki hut? Seminole Tribe itself?
So it was a company that had the Seminole exempt. I have the letter from them, but obviously that doesn't work. It's not
Well,
Seminole
it
exempt.
works, but they know that they have to pull permits.
We weren't told.
Well, they still have to secure their permit and everything else tied to it. They still have to provide the details to the building department, right? This is only in terms of sizing.
And circular driveways, any addition modifications has to be permitted with the city.
We learned.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So,
State your name, please.
Yes, Duane Llorente. The reason why we did that with our permit, because we went to our association, we have the approval, and we have the approval letter. And they say, we don't, like you say, we don't have to go to the city. That's the reason we did it like that. So I guess even if the association approved, we gotta ask the city, because at this point, that was big mistake.
The association is gonna approve it for aesthetics to your property, but they do not over or supersede the city of Pembroke Pines
We
building
didn't know
and zoning
that at
department.
that time.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
Anyone in the audience with any comments? Could you sign in and state your name, please? And could you state your name, please?
Carmelo Tyrone. I live at 17011 Northwest 20th Street, across the street from Ruinamia. Anyway, the place really looks good. They keep up the property. I mean, very nice people, and we have no problem. I think they did a nice job. I'm sorry they didn't know that we were going to pull the permits, but I'm in favor.
And you have no issues with drainage onto your property?
No,
Okay, thank you.
none whatsoever.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Sir, come in, please. Sign in and state your name.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Christopher Raymond, and I live on the east side of Doheny and Maria. With regards to the tiki hut, I sit in my garage regularly and I can see the tiki hut. And when my grandchildren come by and visit, they can see it. And when it was built, it was the most beautiful thing in the neighborhood. And we have no problems whatsoever with Maria and her husband, Doheny. They're excellent citizens of Pembroke Pines, and I support their petition 100%.
I think your grandchildren love the trampoline I see right there, too. Community property. Anyone else? All right. Staff, any questions, concerns?
None, really, I have nothing to say.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, obviously, just to clarify, artificial turf, there are provisions in our code related to installation of that material. Obviously, I was notified and told, secured that that's within the required setbacks, just for the record, right?
Okay, thank you. I'll now entertain a motion for ZVR 2025-0036 with the required 40% front lot coverage and request of 50% front lot coverage for an existing driveway 0 lot.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve ZVR 2025-0036 to allow 50% front lot coverage instead of the allowed 40% front lot coverage for an existing driveway in a single-family residential 0 lot under Section 155.301, variant subsection C.
I second.
You've heard the motion is second. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Member Pitts?
Yes.
Vice Chair Brito?
Yes.
Chair Crawl?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Motion for ZVR 2025-0037 with the required 40% width of lot and request of 52% lot width for an existing driveway 0 lot.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve ZVR 2025-0037 to allow 52% width of lot instead of allowed 40% width of lot for an existing driveway in a single-family residential 0 lot under Section 155.301, variant subsection C.
I second.
You've heard the motion is second. Roll call, please.
Member Pitts?
Yes.
Vice Chair Brito?
Yes.
Chair Crawl?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion for ZVR 2025-0038 with the required 200 square foot for an existing open side structure, Cheeky Hut, and request of 400 square foot for an existing open side freestanding Cheeky Hut.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve ZVR 2025-0038 to allow 500 square feet of a 400 square feet instead of the allowed 200 square feet for an existing open-sided structure freestanding in a single-family residential 0 lot under Section 155.301, variant subsection C.
I second.
You've heard the motion is second. Roll call, please.
Member Pitts?
Yes.
Vice Chair Brito?
Yes.
Chair Crawl?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Congratulations. Please see staff for,
Thank you.
Thank you.
and thank you neighbors for coming out.
Thank you, yes.
Okay. Staff, are there any other instructions or any other items for tonight? Okay. If there's no other concerns, I'll for motion for the adjournment of the Board of Adjustments at 7:09 p.m.
Make a motion to adjourn?
I second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.